Hello everybody. So a friend had sent me a request asking me about a floor plan and how to draw one. Well, I'm not talking about designing a floor plan this time. I'm actually talking about using a floor plan and resizing it and drawing it to size. So let's get started. First we'll need the floor plan. I saved the floor plan, so I'll just go to File, Import. Just find out where I have it. There it is. It's kind of anywhere on the screen. Let's get rid of that guy. He gets in the way. People keep him, I don't know why. Alright, so you'll look at this floor plan and you'll already see numbers, sometimes drawn, sometimes they're not. Now, if you have dimensions for the house, you can use that. However, sometimes I find that where you just get sort of disordered rooms, because sometimes the room numbers, the dimensions, are from the centers of the walls, but we're going to assume that they're just on the inside of the walls today. So you'll find a room, which one ever you want. Like, we'll pick this den. And you already see the dimensions written on the floor plan. And we're going to assume that we don't have the exterior dimensions for the house. We're just going to pick a room that has these dimensions. So we're going to choose this den. This den is 9'6" by 11 feet. Now, of course, if you're like from Europe, Asia, even in any other country in the world, you're not going to use these dimensions because you have the metric system. But it works the same way. Because if your Sketchup would be templated to meters or centimeters, and this is what's written, that's what's written on your floor plan, it works the exact same way. But I use English systems, so we're going to use that for this video. So again, 9'6" by 11 is a bit of a differential there. So you can already see the sort of the dimensions of the room as we see my cursor. Which side is longer, which side is shorter. We'll pick one. So we're going to go with 11 feet. We're going to take the pencil and draw a line going down a little bit. Escape key. Now we're going to go across that length, which is supposed to be 11 feet. And it should be pretty obvious, like whatever side is longer and whatever side is shorter. So, as you can see where I plopped it down, it's about 7'3". I know that's not 11 feet, but we're going to fix that. So we're going to bring that down. Then we're going to select everything. I'm going to make that a group for now, because then I'm going to be drawing on this. So as you can see, it's still that, but I'm going to right click on my group, edit group. This is a good habit to be in. I'm going to go into this measuring tape tool on the top. It says tape measure tool. Click on it, and you'll go from whatever corner to corner. Now, the reason why I had those turn downs was just so I could see what I'm doing, so I know I'm not only going partially on the line. So click on it, and as you can see in the bottom right of the screen, you'll see where it says length right here. And as you can see, it's about that 7'3" that I told you about. Without clicking, after just type in 11 feet and enter. It asks if you want to resize the active group or component. So you say yes. And therefore, it's now the correct size. Close out of the group. And you're going to keep that bracket there. This is a placeholder, but it's in a group so it won't affect your modeling. So just pick a corner and then go from side to side. It's perfectly 11 feet. Now you're going to go down. And you're going to just follow those dimensions as best you can, because sometimes it's still not absolutely perfect in all directions. Like, for example, what I just drew was 9 feet from this point to this point. However, when it said 9'6", I'm assuming it also includes this bay window here, and which you can just draw on best you can. It's actually 6 inches outward, and then just kind of go. It's centered, so I'll say about 3 feet that way, 3 feet that way, and boom, you just drew that room. I would say, you know, think about wall thicknesses. Just kind of use it. Click on it. Now, generally, wall thicknesses are anywhere between 4 and 6 inches in a standard build. So when you're using your offset tool up here, you'll click on it and then hover. As you can see, it goes out. So whatever's closest, you know, it kind of a give or take, because you're just kind of on a drawing and the edges fade out. It happens. So we're going to assume that that's going to be 6 inches. So type in 6. You know, you see it's not perfect, but it's probably the best you're going to get it. And just kind of play with it. And then now what you want to do is right click, edit group, and then erase the lines on the group. Then that's one reason why I wanted you to do it in a group. Then close the group, so then you can do whatever you want, and it didn't even affect your drawing. However, then kind of just want to play around and draw. Now, even though, say, this room here doesn't have those number markings, you can still draw on it. It's very approximate, but just draw from the corners and go to the nearest inch. Well, I mean, provided you're using the English system. So you're gonna go across here. So we're gonna and remember, to the nearest inch, to the nearest full inch. That's usually how drawings are done. So here, what it looks like is 7'5" 3/4. We'll just say 7'6", and yeah, that will require you to type it in. And there you go. See, that's almost perfect. And that's, if you look in the lower right of the screen, you'll see what you're closest to. So that looks like a 5 feet right there. Then there's that. You close that off. You want to just go ahead and use your offset tool. And there you go. Erase. And repeat for the whole drawing. Then, that's really what it is. That's all it is. Alright, well, I'm not going to go ahead and draw the whole thing for this quick tutorial, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please rate, comment, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And there will be more in the future, so please have a great day. Thank you for watching. Alright, goodbye.